Nice foot phone, Troy.
What phone?
So, what did we just do?
We just looked at skateboarding stuff.
Yeah, we just listened to the third episode of Forever Ago, all about skateboards. Another great episode. I'm really enjoying this podcast.
Yep.
Um, they had tons of facts in there, but we chose our three favorite facts from the episode. Did you get three?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you write them down?
Yep.
You were sure about the facts so we don't have to speculate? Okay. Why don't you start? Number three.
Well, number three, if you were in Cuba, you have to wait every few months to get a skateboard because you have to wait from uh, someone else to come to give you like the materials to make a skateboard.
Yeah, there's no like direct shops that will sell to you directly, so
You can't like go to the store and like flip a coin and give them a few pennies or
I
however
thought
it is to buy a skateboard.
I thought you were gonna say you have to like wait outside the store for somebody to peek their head around the corner and say,
Hey, let's do skateboards.
Okay, that was your number three. My number three was that people were making do-it-yourself skateboards as early as 1918.
Why?
They were super primitive, like a stick, right? Like a piece of wood with just the wheels from roller skates on. But out of that grew the skateboards we know today. They were doing it that long ago. That was pretty cool. So that's my number three. Your number two.
Is the skateboards were made around the 1860s because that was like a really long time ago.
They think like the first actual skateboards might have been made that early, which is interesting because
Made like
the bicycle, I don't know when the bicycle first came out, but they really started to come in around that time to a little bit later. So yeah, that was cool. My number two is that in 1963, skateboard manufacturers switched to clay wheels since the metal wheels caused too many injuries. Maybe I just like this because the sound effects in the episode for people crashing were so good. But it is interesting too to see the how it evolved, right? So that's always cool to me. First, the roller skate wheels, then they had the metal wheels, which weren't really good, right? I'm glad nobody gave up and said this is.
I actually have that sound effect. I know what that sound effect is. I used it on Mangoes Are Invading Guys. Check that out.
Yeah, in fact, you could just type in to the YouTube search box probably mangoes are invading.
Yeah, I'm the first thing that shows up because no one else is as a madman as me.
There's very little competition for such things. Anyway, what I liked was that the skateboard was evolving and that people weren't giving up, throwing it in the trash and saying it doesn't work.
No, they weren't
because
Toad.
these wheels aren't. Yeah, they weren't acting like Toad with a kite. Great.
My number one is the skateboard. The first skateboard was called Roller Derby number 10, which sounds funny.
Roller derby.
Roller Derby.
Number 10. That wasn't the first skateboard. That was the first manufactured skateboard.
Yeah.
Right? The first one that I think they said Hasbro came out with. That's what they named it.
Hasbro
yeah,
comes out with everything.
It doesn't seem like the best name for a skateboard. Right? It seems
like
they.
Skateboard HoverNet 1000.
I wonder what Jack Sullivan would call a skateboard. Right?
Cool attraction of skateboarding.
he would come up with a special name. All right, my number one, and I love this. This is so good. Ice skates first appeared in the Bronze Age over 3,000 years ago. That's cool enough by itself. It appeared so long ago, but the killer part is that they were made from animal shin bones, like from the leg bone of an animal. How cool is that? Like you killed some wild beast. You took its shin bone and it then became like the vehicle that you rode around in. You flew on ice in.
Fun fact, your shin cannot feel any pain.
It can't? Oh, that was
It can't feel any pain at all. You can like get a hammer, hit it, nothing will happen.
All right.
Don't try that.
Yeah, don't try that at home. Okay, so that was our top 3 favorite facts. Did you have you had a throwaway?
Yeah, it's my favorite skateboarding move. Do you have your favorite skateboarding move?
I can think of my favorite skateboarding move, but
It's called the kickflip because that's what cool people do. So here's what I do if I was cool. So I'd get my skateboard
Mhm.
and walk in the room.
Yeah.
I see my friend, and then I do a backflip. I push the skateboard forward, and I do a backflip, then land on the skateboard,
Hmm.
then do the boosh, then say, yo, what's up, then do a kickflip.
You just called it the boosh.
Yeah.
Can you show everybody the boosh because it's pretty important? Yeah, the boosh. Such a great name for it. It's the exact opposite of the pooth, right?
Yeah.
The pooth is when you turn into water and fall on the ground out
Yeah.
of disappointment. Okay, so I have to do my
Yeah,
favorite
what's your
one.
favorite?
So I like the kickflip too, but
I'm like, oh yeah, in my thing I was like imagining myself being cool.
I was going to say a kickflip 180, but since you chose the kickflip, I'm going to do a heel flip 180.
I don't even know what
The
that is.
kickflip, you push down on the part of the skateboard, on the side of the skateboard to flip it. You push down with your toes. The heel flip, you do the same. It looks the same, but you push down with your heel, and you can do a 180 that way. It's a little bit easier, I think, than a kickflip 180. But either way, those are our top 3 favorite facts. Check out the episode. It's forever ago. It's a podcast by Brains On, which is another really good science podcast. We enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it.
And we're professional skateboarders.
Maybe. Maybe we are, or maybe we aren't.
And contortionists.